thought that the world was merit-based, and that was his first mistake. He believed the best ideas rose to the top, that hard work stacked linearly, that the smartest room always won. So he did what people are told to do. He studied harder. He worked longer. He stayed later than everyone else. He volunteered for the projects nobody wanted, cleaned up other people's messes, built models nobody asked for, fixed problems nobody thanked him for. And for a while, it worked. He got promoted once and then stalled. Same performance, same effort, different outcome. Somebody less capable passed him, then somebody else. And he did what most intelligent people do in that moment. He doubled down on the wrong model of reality. Maybe I need more skills. So he learned more frameworks, more certifications, more efficiency hacks. He optimized himself like a machine, and still nothing. Until one night, he stayed late again and overheard a conversation he was not supposed to hear. Not dramatic, not cinematic, just two senior managers talking casually about a promotion decision. It's not about output, one of them said. It's about alignment. That word lodged somewhere deep. Alignment, not competence, not effort. Alignment. He started noticing it everywhere after that. The highest performer wasn't the highest rewarded. The most visible was. The safest. The most politically predictable. The one who wins didn't threaten anyone above him, and slowly, painfully, the old mental model collapsed. The world was not a merit machine. It was an incentive machine. And at first, it felt like disillusionment, like somebody had turned the lights on in a room that he preferred dark. He saw it everywhere now. Meetings weren't about truth. They were about positioning. Reports weren't about insight. They were about liability management. Strategy decks were not maps of the future. They were insurance policies for careers. And once you see it, you sure can't unsee it. And for a while, he got worse. He became almost bitterly observant. He stopped overworking on things that didn't matter, stopped volunteering, stopped being helpful in ways that were not rewarded. And people noticed. He's disengaging, they said. And what they really meant was he stopped subsidizing the system. Then something unexpectedly happened. He started redirecting effort, not away from work, but towards leverage. He stopped asking what's the right answer and started asking what gets rewarded here. He studied decision rights instead of job descriptions, incentive layers instead of org charts, risk ownership instead of task lists. And suddenly, everything became legible. He saw why some teams always won, not because they worked harder, but because they were structurally aligned with outcomes that mattered. He saw why certain projects always survived, not because they were valuable, but because someone powerful was incentivized to protect them. He stopped fighting the system and learned to design inside it. Years later, he was not the hardest worker in the room. He was the most correct about where effort actually converted into reward. His compensation didn't rise because he became more talented. It rose because he stopped misallocating talent. And here's the part nobody tells you. Nothing changed in the world. The system has always been like this. The only thing that changed was what he could see. Now, when younger analysts complained that nothing made sense, he didn't argue. He just asked one question: follow the incentives. Because once you understand incentives, you stop being confused by outcomes, you stop calling it luck, you stop calling it incompetence, you start seeing structure. And if you're still scrolling, still wondering why effort doesn't seem to be, why it doesn't compound the way you were promised, it's probably not you, it's probably the model, and models can be upgraded. And now you know the rest of the story for what actually matters. Build that stack. iBankerU. Good day.